Yeah, that game sucked. That game absolutely sucked. So, in my preview, I did say we were going to lose to the Bills. Although I did say it might be close. This was not close. This was definitely a definition of a blowout. So I don't know. So yeah, let's get this video done, shall we? So Buffalo wins this game 48-20, and my comment with this game is we knew Buffalo was going to be a good team to watch, and in some ways or not, the game going up to Buffalo, New York seems to be impossible to beat them on the road up in Buffalo, especially when they have a good crowd, when they're known as the Bills Mafia. They love their football. They love definitely giving the away team the hard time, which definitely proves it there. Even when Tua healthy, they just could not figure out the Buffalo's offense. It's too good. Miami's defense was just flat out not good. And especially, and I say flat out not good, without being too offensive, because the fact that Vic Fangio is still a defensive coordinator who is the legend of being a good defensive coach. But they just could not figure out Buffalo at all. It started off as a shootout, but then Buffalo completely taking over the game. The defense was better too. It was just not a good game for us. It's only week 4. It's only our first loss of the season, but it still hurts losing to a division rival like that, especially. So yeah, Josh Allen starts off. Miami actually won the toss and they let it defer. Boy, that turned out to be a bad choice. So Buffalo starts off. Let's see here. So the running back is James Cook, who is a younger brother of Dalvin Cook, who failed to trade to the Dolphins. He has ended up in the Jets. He starts us off with the 8-yard rush. Second and second. Josh Allen passed short to Harty for 3 yards. That's good for a first down. Latavius Murray, 2 yards. Second and 8. Short pass up the middle for 7 yards. Third and 1. Latavius Murray for 3 yards there. That's good enough for the first down. Then James Cook goes up for 2 yards. Second and 8. Long pass to Stephon Diggs. And then unnecessary roughness penalty on Kohu, which is a push out of bounds as he was already out of bounds. That's 15 yards there. I mean, that's just a soft penalty. I don't know. There's nothing we can do about it right now. Then right away, pass up to Gabe Davis for a touchdown. PAT's good. Right away, Buffalo up 7-0. How does Dolphins respond? Tua pass to left for Durham Smythe for 8 yards. Second and 2. 22 yards pass for Durham Smythe. That's good for first down. Raheem Mostert, the running game is pretty good. How will this one turn out? 2 yards there. Second and 8. Pass short up the middle for Jalen Waddle. That's 11 yards there. I think that was a play that was bobbled up in the air, and then he caught it anyway as it was coming down. Pretty nice play there for Jalen Waddle. Then there was an incomplete pass for Tua. That was intended for a chain, but there was a defensive offside for 5 yards. For first and 5, to pass up the middle for a chain for 7 yards. That's good for a first down. And then a chain right up the middle for 3 yards, touchdown, and Dolphins respond. Then how does Bills respond? I mean, same as always, right? Buffalo cook up the middle for 3. Second and 7. Pass up the middle for Kincaid for 5 yards. Third and 2. I do apologize if I get the names wrong. I'm not good with names. Josh Allen passed to Sherfield for 9 yards. That's good for the first. Timeout. First and 10, short pass for Knox for 12 yards. That's first down.
Pass out the middle for Kincaid for 9 yards. No huddle. That's 2nd and 1. And then Latavius Murray just completely exposing the pass rush and just ran up for 29 yards. And then next thing you realize they're in the red zone again. Allen scrambles for 3 yards. 2nd and 2, up the middle for 5 yards. It's James Cook. 3rd and 2, Cook up the middle for 4 yards. That's good for a first down. Cook up the middle for 1 yard, and then that's good for a touchdown. PAT is good, 14-7 Buffalo. Miami Dolphins comes back out to try to even things up again. Tua passed the deep right for Tyreek Hill for 20 yards. That's plenty good for a first down. Mostert just for 1 yard. That's 2nd and 9. That ends the first quarter. Pass right to Mostert. What a great catch that was for Mostert. Basically jumping up and with 2 defenders, catching it, and it falls down for a completion. So good stuff there. And next thing you realize, he's 6 for 6, or 7 for 7 at that point. And then after that, after they were talking about how good Tua's passing is, he throws an incomplete pass. Now, granted, Hill did catch the football, but he was out of bounds. That was not good. Then 2nd and 2, Tua fumbles it, but recovers it, and he was able to pass short to Berrios for 2 yards. So fumble, but not non-disaster anyway. 3rd and 8, pass right to Berrios, good for 15 yards. And then pass to Achane for a touchdown. And that ties the game up. Now, it all comes down to this. So far, it's a shootout. It's a shootout scenario for both teams. Which defense can stop the offense, right? Now, can the Dolphins defense stop this Buffalo offense? This next drive, the answer is no. No, no, and no. Absolutely not. Josh Allen passed to Stephon Diggs for 16 yards. First and 10. First and 10, throws deep left for incomplete for Stephon Diggs. However, pass and finish called on Kohu. In the rule book, when you're holding on for someone that long and you're not looking at the football, it's an interference on the play, which I don't know. I have no idea. I've seen calls that referee just let it go. I've seen a play like that when the player is turning to try to get the football out of here or try to pick it off, but that still go past interference. I have no idea. The rule book is the rule book, but the way how the referees are calling it is just, I don't know. I'm not saying the referees are a big fault here. It's definitely our defensive fault, and definitely Kohu's fault as well. But that was a defensive pass interference of 43 yards. And mind you this, they were at the Buffalo 37. And then next thing you realize, they're at the Miami 20. Terrible, killer penalty there. 1st and 10, pass to Sherfield for 9 yards. 2nd and 1, Harris for 5 yards. 1st and 6, which is really a 1st and goal. Which I don't know what's going on there. Yeah, it's a 1st and goal. So Edwards is eligible as receiver, but it was incomplete to Stephon Diggs. So that right there is Josh Allen's official incomplete pass with no penalty. Harris up the middle for 5, but that is a penalty on Buffalo for illegal formation, so they have to do it again. Josh Allen passes Stephon Diggs for a touchdown, 11 yards. Yeah. Next thing you realize it's 21-14. Now, can the Dolphins respond here? Penalty on the Dolphins for penalty on the offense for illegal formation. Benfield was hurt during the play. His return was questionable. Hopefully he's okay. Incomplete pass to Mostert. 2nd and 15. Pass short to Berrios, 3 yards. 3rd down, penalty on Hill for false start. And then pass for Mostert for 5 yards. That's just definitely not good. Definitely not good. But there was a fumble there. But it was recovered by Berrios. So it could have been a lot worse. But ultimately, that just ended up being a 3 and out. So Buffalo gets stopped there. Now, can the Dolphins please get this stop here? Four plays for the Buffalo. They just stopped them enough to force them a punt. There was a situation with Van Giegel pushing down Josh Allen that was not called for roughing the passer. So they let it go. So they only get one first down there. Then next up our drive, and it's a 3 and out there. It's just the Miami's offense just look like they're just getting weared down. Next, Buffalo, James Cook goes up for 4 yards. Second assist, completely exposing Kohu is Stephon Diggs. You see, this is what I'm talking about earlier. Right? Not early in the video, but in the past videos, where while these big games happen, it was still bigger when we won those 2 games on the road against the Chargers and the New England Patriots, especially when we don't have a player like Jalen Ramsey. This could have made a difference if Jalen Ramsey was still playing the game and not get hurt during practice. Kohu was ill-prepared in this game against Stephon Diggs. 55-yard touchdown, and there was a penalty on Kohu as well, and that was good for a touchdown. 28-14. Just terrible. It's just terrible. Oh, it gets worse. The next drive, the Dolphins, Mostert fumbles the after Tua almost getting picked off. Almost getting picked off by White. The pass was intended to Cedric Wilson. Almost getting picked off. We're trying to get the first down. Mostert fumbles the football. And then recovered by Buffalo. It's Bernard. And then Buffalo had to settle for a field goal. It's a 53-yarder. We did get a sack, Andrew Van Giegel, but what good would that do? Field goal is good, 53 yards. 3 and out. Tua gets sacked by Rasuo. I do apologize if I get that wrong again. Pass to Berrios, 7 yards, 37. Can we please get a first down? The answer is no. They just, and I forgot to mention this earlier too. During one of the drives, I believe it was the fumble drive. Was it the fumble drive? I don't fucking know. One of the drives that the Dolphins was in, Armstead got hurt. He got hurt again. Oh, make matters worse. Remember Connor Williams? He was a really rusty snapper. He got hurt. He didn't even play this game. So the offensive lineman is still was it just didn't feel like they were prepared for this game. Tua got sacked for 7 yards, and then they had to punt it. That ends the halftime. Coming out of halftime is the Miami Dolphins. Passing complete to Tyreek Hill. 2nd and 10. Pass short to Achane. 7 yards. 3rd and 3. Tua actually gets the first down. He slides down for 3 yards, so that's good for the first. Achane ran for 15. And just how fast of a player he is. He's a beast. 1st and 10, incomplete for Achane. After that, 2nd and 10. Tyreek Hill actually ran for 14 yards. 1st and 10 is Achane for 4 yards. Second and 6. Pass short to Jalen Waddle, which is awesome. That was good for 17 yards. And then there was a penalty in the process. Now during that penalty, Jackson pushed Waddle, and he still catch the football. That adds up about. That would have added yards. However, that's not according to the rules. So the penalty was declined. Mostert ran up for no gain. 2nd and 10, scrambles for 4 yards. 3rd and 6, pass open to Braxton Berrios, good for a touchdown. They go for 2-point conversion, and then they just couldn't get the PAT. Tyreek Hill nearly had it, but he was stripped away from the football. Why would you go for 2 at that scenario? I get we're down points, I doubt, and I get we're trying to come back to get some points up towards closer to the Buffalo side. But why 2-point conversion when there's a lot of time left? That makes no sense at all. That literally makes no sense. It's terrible. That's horrible. That's literally horrible. Horrible call by Mike McDaniel. I love Mike McDaniel, but he is just making some really crazy, ambitious calls to try to get some more scoring opportunities. But it's not working. It's just not working. Anyway, of course, Buffalo responds with a field goal. James Cook, 5 yards, 2nd and 5. Josh Allen pass to Genside, 6 yards. That's first down. 1st and 10. James Cook for 48 yards. Just oh my god. First and 10. Harris for 4 yards. 2nd and 6. Josh Allen was sacked by Andrew Van Ginkel. That's the second sack. 3rd and 13. Allen scrambles for 4 yards, and they settle for a field goal. That's a 33-yarder. 1st and 10. Eichenberg actually fumbles the football. So remember when I said Terran Armstead was hurt? Eichenberg was the one that had to come in for him. So he fumbles the football, recovered by Tua, and the pass was incomplete. So not much damage there, unlike the next play. Tua passes deep to try to get Robbie Chosen, and it was picked off by Hyde. Oh my god. And it gets worse. It just gets worse. 1st and 10, James Cook for losing 4 yards. 2nd and 14, short up the middle for Gabe Davis, 9 yards. 3rd and 5. Sorry, pass short left to Harty, and that's good for a first down. That's 7 yards. Edwards reported as eligible, 13 yards. Guess who? It's Diggs. Touchdown. And yeah, you can pretty much guess where this is going. You don't need me to talk about it too much. Tua pass deep left for Tyreek Hill, 19 yards, good stuff. A new first down. Raheem Mostert goes up to left for 6 yards. 2nd and 4. Mostert up the middle. He loses 2 yards. 3rd and 6. Pass to Berrios. He runs out for 5 yards. It looked like he was going to get the first. He tried to jump it his momentum was going towards the out of bounds. He had a football. He's trying to reach the football over to the line. Mike McDaniel challenged it, and then the call stood, and we lost a timeout because of it. 4th and 1. I thought we were gonna run it up because Achane is a good speed person, but we let to the pass. Tua gets sacked by Oliver. Waddle was open, didn't see it. He was focused on Tyreek Hill, and then he gets sacked for 8 yards. Oh my god! I don't get these play calls. I just don't get the play calls here. Josh Allen pass right to Gabe Davis for 34 yards. And then that ends the third quarter. Josh Allen ran it for himself for 11 yards. 48-20 at this point. My God. 1st and 10. Shane ran out for 55 yards. That's awesome. So right away we're at the Buffalo side. Shane ran for 8 yards. Okay. 2nd and 2. Mostert ran for 4 yards. That's good for 1st and goal. Tua passed short left for Waddle for 8 yards. Touchdown. That was a touchdown pass, and it was nullified because Eichenberg was reported ineligible. So no play. Tua passed up the short middle for 7 yards for Durham Smythe. 2nd and 6. Really, it's 2nd and goal. Pass incomplete to Waddle. 3rd and 6. Incomplete to a chain. Last time trying to get this touchdown, he was sacked. He was legit sacked. Just could not find a receiver. And by the time we find a receiver, it was freaking too late. So, no touchdown because, one, it was nullified, meaning it was scrapped off. It doesn't count. So, then Allen's still out there. We kind of forced a 3 and out. We forced 3 and out there, so nothing special. So, really, at the end of it all, Dolphins could not score again. We lost on downs again. Tua short pass up the middle for 17 yards is Jalen Waddle. Johnson got hurt during the play. It looks like he walked off there. Yeah. Okay. Barrios 11 yards. Tua deep left for Ingold. That's 23 yards. Good play. Penalty on Miami. No play. Delay of game. Tua pass to Jalen Waddle for 1 yard. 2nd and 14. Sacked. Tua pass middle for Durham Smythe for 10 yards. Fumble set recovered by Buffalo, but the penalty was offside Buffalo. Tua gets 13 yards. That's good. However, penalty on Hunt for an offensive holding. 3rd and 27. Pass up to short left for Durham Smythe. 4th and 23. There was a penalty on Buffalo for offside again, and then pass short up to Cedric Wilson for 16 yards. Just could not get it, and that pretty much ends the game. Josh Allen was subbed off. He was given an opportunity for Allen, a different Allen. And all you gotta know is he passed for first downs, runs up for first downs, yada yada yada. Defense can't do anything about it. Game over. Yeah. Box scores. 25-35 catch and attempt for Tua Tagovailoa. 1 touchdown pass that was towards Chain. Actually, no, it was for Barrios. What is it? Yeah, it was for Barrios, and he was picked off once. Now for Josh Allen, he threw less, but he completed. But he threw less. He actually threw less, but his yards gaining is definitely better. So Josh Allen looked like definitely played better, and they have a home field advantage too. The defense was not great. We had a poor offensive line. Definitely some injury problems there, and to add it all off, like I said earlier, we don't have Jalen Ramsey, and we didn't have Jalen Phillips playing too. So there's that. But anyway, I digress. Kohu was still not that good against Stephon Diggs. Josh Allen, 21 attempts. Actually, 25 attempts, 21 was caught. 320 yards in. 12.8 average. 4 touchdown passes, no interceptions. Miami's rushing, still pretty good. Shane, he's a beast. For the first 4 games, he was inactive in the week 1. He made his debut in week 2. He had 4 touchdowns in week 3. He got 2 more today. Pretty good stuff. James Cook got 1 rushing touchdown for Buffalo side. Receiving, Tyreek Hill 58 yards with 3 attempts. Barrios was at 1 touchdown pass. That was his first touchdown pass of the season for Miami Dolphins for him. Everyone else definitely played. Definitely get covered up by Buffalo's defense. There was just nothing you can do against the Buffalo team. There's just no answer. Buffalo receiving. I already talked about the Miami receiving. No surprise there. Stephon Diggs, 6 for 120 with 3 touchdown passes. That's a hat trick. Completely unacceptable for Miami's defense, especially Kohu. To be fair, ill-prepared, but now he's going to get some hellish training after this. And then Gabe Davis got himself a touchdown pass with 3 receptions and 61 yards. Yeah, that's pretty much it. There were 3 fumbles committed by. Actually, no. Yeah, Mostert lost a fumble, but recovered. Lost, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, received. I think, yeah. Okay, I got it. So, Mostert fumbled twice, but actually loses one. Terrell Bernard caught it. Not caught, but he received the fumble. Yada. Anyway, the intercepting team, no interception for the Miami Dolphins. That sucked. Micah Hyde was the one that picked off Tua in the third quarter. And for team stats, yeah. So Buffalo clearly had more time with the football. 393 yards passing. Total yards in general for the Miami Dolphins, 414 for the Buffalo. Total drives, 12 for Buffalo. Passing, 251. Buffalo, 310. So they're about 59 more yards passing as well. And if for rushing, Miami still had better rushing despite what happened today. 142 yards in total, to only 104 from Buffalo side, and a lot of it is from Gabe Davis and James Cook. And we had 8 penalties with 98 yards. They had 4 for 20. Most of those were just typical offside defensive pickups. So overall, we committed 2 turnovers, 1 fumble, 1 interception, while they took care of the football really well. So now, because of it, they have a tiebreaker, and then they have completely taken over AFC East. No surprise there. And we start all 3, and this is typical Dolphins. They started 3-0, and then they did not win week 4. So I don't know. It's bound to happen like this. But to go from 70-20 victory to this, granted, we lost by 4 touchdowns. I'm not saying it's even better than what we did, but that's still garbage defending. That's just still garbage defending. Next week, they got the New York Giants. I'll be recapping in a completely different location. They got the Giants. That should be a winnable game, because the Giants not necessarily playing good football. But, anything could happen, right? Anything could happen. Every game is pretty much a trap game. But games will be played on Fox. It will be played at Hard Rock Stadium against the New York Giants. And that should be a game where we need to rebound in order to keep ourselves in a good spot. Now, it's still very early. I don't see the reason why people are panicking already. We're still 3-1. We're still 3-1. It's still early. We still got a long season ahead of us. If we panic now, it'll just be a miserable season for no reason at all. So, listen, this loss sucks, especially against a division rival. I know, I understand, it sucks. Believe me, it sucks. But it's still early. Our offensive line is banged up. Part of our pass rush is. And the defense is kind of banged up too. Remember, we don't have Ramsey, we don't have Phillips. Let's see what happens. Let's hope Phillip comes back in, and hopefully some offensive line comes back for next week, such as Connor Williams and Terry Armstead. Now for Armstead, I don't know, folks. We'll see what happens. This loss sucks, but now we gotta move on. Play the Giants next week. Play the Panthers the next week, and we got a tough, brutal game against the Philadelphia Eagles, who are still undefeated. So, I don't know. So far I've been kind of spot on with my predictions. So 3-1 so far. Anyway, there you go. Bills fans, if you enjoy this video, for whatever reason you stumble across this video, consider hitting that like button and perhaps subscribing. For the Dolphins fans, if you did like this video and not enjoy the game, hit the like button and subscribe for content too, because my team has it back. And when he does, he'll be right there with the entertainment you deserve. On the flip side, the Marlins make the playoffs. They are the 5th seed, and we play against Philadelphia this week, starting Tuesday. So, that's going to do it for this video. If you have enjoyed this video, please hit that like button. Hold on a second. Okay, they just announced Marlins and Mets suspended game will not complete. So, there's that. So, yeah, off topic. And yeah, folks, that officially do it for this video, folks. If you have enjoyed this video, hit the like button, subscribe for content, because Miami Chichi has your back. And when he does, he'll be right there with the entertainment you deserve. If we're on a lose streak, like if we get beaten like that, then yeah, there's definitely some concern. But this is just game. That's just one game. So I'm not too crazy about the loss. So anyway, I'll talk to you guys in a couple of days with the Marlins video, and I'll see you guys then. Good night, everybody.